Good morning. Free Forex Signals Group morning update, beginning of the week, Monday, March 11th. Let's get into this. Enough stuff to talk about this morning, and some mindsets and some things that we only seem to talk about when the market goes against a few trades that people aren't expecting. So one thing I'll say, watch what the market's doing last week and today. It's not bad at all. It could get twice as worse. Beware of it. See it over there, and then start bidding accordingly and be ready for those days. Before we get into my mobile device here and the different accounts, let's jump over to a website here. Let me share my browser. mataf.net, Forex volatility, something interesting. So normally when you come to this page, you'll see that it's it's kind of grayed out, but it says 4 weeks. So right now, normally it's 10 weeks. So you come to this page and you look at what the 10-week volatility is. I always click the pips column and sort it by most pips moved down to least. Okay. But what's interesting is normally we're at about the 150 to 170 pips range. So you can see over the last 4 weeks, the volatility has come down. That's why we're getting some smooth trades, meaning things aren't happening as fast, but yet there's still enough volume. But what's interesting is if I notice what's at top here, usually, the usual suspects, GBP NZD, GBP JPY, USD JPY is typically up at the top. But let's put a 1 in here for 1 week and refresh the page, the results. And then I'll click the pips here and put the most pips, sort it by most. Look at this. Euro JPY actually, tops the charts here in terms of volatility and movement over the last 1 week. That's very interesting. 118 pips. Normally, like I said, you're at 150, 160. So the volume's pulled back, but look at what number 2 is. USD JPY, okay, if I look at it, if you remember, if I look at it over the last 4 weeks, it's about 84 pips. It's gone up to 116 pips. So here is a general consensus, if you want to analyze and do analysis on things, is to look at the volatility and start getting a feel for where all these pairs are. That, for it to be number 2 on the list of volatility right now over a week, is pretty rare. So it also gives you the ability to maybe say, maybe I don't want to trade Euro JPY right now or USD JPY. Maybe I don't want to, right? So you make a note of that. You start looking at the news events, which we'll look at here in a second. And you start going, you know what? Maybe I don't want to be in those. Now, I'll give you a absolute general reference. I'm a hack. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a degenerate gambler, right? But I'll give you a general reference. Typically somewhere at the 80 or below pip level, so right here, CAD JPY and all of these trades down here, they're going to move a lot slower. Look how slow CAD Chief is moving right now. 24 pips a day. That's a safe trade. You'll be in the trade for a while, right? But that's the way, people are like, I need a bunch of trades. I need a bunch of volume. Well, that means you're going to be in all the pairs probably, and you're going to be up here in Euro NZD and all of these above that are 100 pips or more in a day. It's just a way to, like, for example, if you want ultimate protection, don't trade at all. Don't be in the market. But if you want to be in the market, you can start looking at some things like this, like, you know what, I'm only going to trade these pairs that are below, that 80 or below. Now that's going to slow down your trading. You're going to be out of the market on the big movers, but you probably want to be, because here's why. You're overbidding, you're over trading. It's a degenerate gambler thing. And when USD JPY hits like it did last week, we'll go look at the chart. Everybody's like, what's happening? What's happening? Well, what's happening is the market is moving like it always moves. You just didn't see it coming, or you haven't experienced it. My USD JPY trades, They're pushing, but I'm within my limitations. I'm not about to lose the account. I drew this up maybe yesterday, I think, when I posted this. So the drawing here is, from the arrow, this is where the price was. And I said, I predict that it's going to move up. Why? And I could be completely wrong, but right now, my general prediction, and I'm not predicting the chart so I can enter a trade. I'm already in a trade. I'll show you the trade. This is what everybody doesn't do. They make this prediction and go, yeah, we entered down here, and we'll wait till it gets up here. Yeah, you didn't do shit because you're not showing us anything. What this upper block here is that I drew is very, very common that the price is going to move back to this area because it's called imbalance. You'll notice that the wick came down over here and just touched the box. And then we got a next candle that moved down, and all I'm looking for is the next wick that touched the area, which is right here. So that means this is the bottom of the imbalance area, and over here is the top of the imbalance area. So this is an imbalance area, meaning they had to dump a lot of trades into the market ahead of the last Friday news and non-farm payroll. So, trillions of dollars, at least billions, right? At least hundreds of millions, right? So they're in drawdown. They are in drawdown because of this, they were peppering the market for this news event. And then to get out of drawdown, the big banks, the hedge funds, need to bring it back to this area. And it's a general area, right? They might cover this entire area and go to the top of it. They might just touch it and leave. They might go, typically in my experience, 50% of this imbalance area. So that's what I would expect that it comes back to. I could be completely wrong. Here's the thing I'm not wrong about. It'll come back there. I don't know when. You don't know when. No one knows when. Okay. Over here, and obviously this is USD JPY in the 15-minute. But over here we got, this is this morning, this is in the past hour, we had some negative USD news. Here's Forex Factory at 10:01 a.m. Something's coming up. Actually, you know what? Let me reset the clock over here. Something doesn't seem. Let me refresh this. Oh, that's because I was looking at it yesterday. Let me make sure the clock's right. Yeah, 8:38 a.m. And it's interesting because you know what? I was looking a day ahead. I was. That's because I didn't refresh the page. So there's no news today. No news today. So whatever's going on here is just what's going on here, right? And I could be completely wrong on my prediction, but I'm right on this concept of imbalance and the price moving back to it. It's just that you don't know when it's going to push. Typically what happens, like it might be right here, and then in the middle of the night, it'll just push right to this imbalance area. And if I look, and we'll look at this as we open up the accounts and I show the actual trades my system's in, not a bunch of future telling drawing lines on charts. That's what I'm doing here, but I'm in this trade. So I'm like, what do I think it's going to do? I'd rather prognosticate on what it's going to do after I'm in the trade than trying to enter a trade because of my future predictions. That's just dumb. So, yeah, just kind of an interesting thing about volatility. I'm constantly looking at the volatility on matf.net and just kind of thinking about what I want to be in and what I don't want to be in. And it's if obviously, I'm using the top level full auto stuff. You can take the free signals, fxwithterry.com. You can come in and take the free signals. You go, oh, okay, wow, this does work. You can get into the premium signals if you want to take a bunch more manual trades, and it's cost effective. And then if you want to go full auto, you can go full auto trading. And when I say full auto, that does not mean that my AI system looks at your account, knows what you want to risk, sees that you don't have very much in your account, so it starts like only trading a little bit. No, it's a full-on system that you attach to your account, and if your account's $100, you bid accordingly. And take, a subset of the 22 pairs that we trade. Which ones should you trade? Well, let me know what size your account is, and I'll give you some general references. But ultimately, I'm going to look at things like this, what volatility is, and then I have some references of the 22 currency pairs we trade, and I show you, well, here's some of the least volatile, right? We trade CAD Chief. If you got a $100 account, put CAD Chief on it at a 0.01 bid. You're at least trading, you're in the market, right? Not going to make you rich on that, but you also only have a $100 account. So the more you risk, the more you potentially can make. The more you risk, the more you risk. It is what it is. And let's go ahead, and I'll reconfigure the screen here. Let's go ahead and start looking at the accounts. I will go here. I will go here. So we always start with the free signals account, and that's what I'm looking at here. $29.41 up in the blue in profit. We're not. We still got a ways to go for this particular pair. The take profit is farther on this particular pair, AUD-CHF. And that sounded like a trade just came through. Stand by. Let me see what is going to pop up. It went off on another computer here. All right. So this is nice. Could you jump into this free signal trade right now? Well, let's look at the chart and see, because this thing's been playing out for, since last week, I believe. Let's look at the chart. Let's put it sideways here. So I'll draw some lines here. I believe I'll have to look at it on my mobile phone. It's not yeah, you can't see it if you do it that way. All right, let's come back this way. Why? Oh, I'm looking at it the wrong way. Okay, I got you now. So we did some sells. I was thinking this was a buy for some reason. So we did some. Let me pull this up so I can mark on the chart here. Here we go. So we did some sell trades up in here, and the take profit is right here. So you could still jump in this trade. It's going to be a great trade. AUD-CHF, slow mover. But this would be a really nicely profitable trade. So now I just kind of gave you a huge secret. So if I go back to the browser real quick, I want to do this. AUD-CHF is this trade, right? I sent this out as a free signal. Let's go back to the browser just briefly. Let me click the browser button here and go to the actual browser. There we go. So AUD-CHF, where is it here? It's down here. 32 pips is its volatility. This is over the last, I'm averaging over the last week. When you go to this page again, it will average it over 10 weeks. You have to reset it at the top. I got it set at 1 up here. Okay, I just want to see what's going on right now. So AUD-CHF moves 32 pips. My point is, and be careful, I'm not telling you what to do, but what you could do, as I come back here and go to where I want to go, what you could do is, even if this trade pulls back and goes against, it's not going to go against like USD-JPY did, which is moving 120 pips right now. This is moving 32 pips. You could enter right now an AUD-CHF at a pretty respectable lot size. I don't know what your account size is. Probably do pretty well. Worst case scenario, you're not going to do bad. It's not going to move 120 pips against you. It's not. And if you follow my system, if this trade did move against us, it's only moving 32 pips a day on average. That doesn't mean it couldn't go up 32 and then the next day up 32 and then the next day up 32. Doesn't mean it couldn't do that. But typically you'll see that the price is in a wave pattern here. Let me draw this on the chart. Typically the price is in a wave pattern here, right? You see it? So what happens is when we're in these trades and it's waving on the way up, we're adding trades and dragging our take profit up. So it was here. Then we drag our take profit up here. So it just jumps back, hits our take profit. We're in and out of the trade and we're profitable. So you just have to And I'm probably not even showing that. You just have to know that. And it's a feeling. It's just how the market works, right? It's this wave, higher highs and higher lows, lower lows and higher highs. And by the fact that we scale into the trades and update our take profit every time, we're just dragging our take profit up and up and up until it waves back and hits the take profit. It's just how it works. And especially, like I said on this, it's only moving on average about 30 pips a day. So if you're bidding properly and you don't have a $10 account where you're trying to bid $10 a pip, then you're going to do extremely well. The idea is to have what you might consider for yourself a big account. I don't know, what's big? It's relative to everybody. The idea is to have a $10,000 account and be able to look at a trade like this and see how it's playing out and go do a big bid. Go do go do $100 a pip. Go do $50 a pip. Is it a gamble? Are you gambling? Absolutely you are. It is what it is. But this is a pretty good gamble in my eyes. So let's look back at the account here and see what has been happening. So obviously we're in that trade. And again, you could jump into it right now. Let me erase this stuff. And then nothing closed overnight. Nothing closed overnight. And in terms of in the past 7 days, we had $49.89. So what happened is we've had a lot of market push, and it has not returned, whether it be up or down on any given currency pair. So just not a lot of volume right now. I looked at the volatility. Markets normally moving about 160 pips. Even the top movers are not at the top. Instead, it's Euro JPY over the last week that's moved 118 pips. So when you start to see that, you start to get a feel. You start to be able to see through walls, especially if you're using my auto trader and you can see what trades are going on, or even if you're using the auto trader and then watching the signals and keep an eye on what kind of volume's coming in. So let's pause. I'm going to click pause here. And we're going to go on to the next account. Next account is Premium Signals. I'm going to pull that up and we'll see what's going on. I really haven't looked at all the accounts this morning. I glanced at a few last night. Let me give you an example right now. So this is so interesting. So this is the Premium Signals account. I need to move my camera. This is extremely telling. If you watch my videos, and I'm not showing this yet because I'm not going to give away the actual trades that we are in on Premium Signals. Premium Signals is down, as far as a drawdown, $4,500. And that's relative, right? It's a signal account. So it's not good, bad, ugly. If you're taking the signals, you won't be down $4,500 because you're bidding based off of your account. But nonetheless, it's kind of a reference from week to week, day to day. So we're in $4,500 drawdown. Let me count the trades because it looks like there's a lot, and I'll tell you some specifics. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20, 21, 22. So 23, 24 trades. What's interesting, and I didn't realize this, is that in the Premium Signals, the only trade open right now, which I did not know, and I need to do some. We just had a high profit trade come in. Stand by before I show my screen. Happening in real time here. Stand by. Let me see what's happening. Oh, it's our high profit US 30 trade. Wow. All right, we'll get to look at that in a second here. Wow, that looks really nice. All right. So we are only in USD JPY in the Premium Signals. That's interesting. So that means everything else closed out. So I'm going to go to the closeout screen. Check this out. Everything except USD JPY closed out last night. I did not know that. I have not looked at this. So we got out of AUD USD profitable. And we got out of GBP USD, $866.96 in closed Premium Signal trades. Now, these also, who knows what you're trading, right? But if you're trading the auto trader, these are trades that would have closed in your auto trade account, and they will have closed in, well, I'm getting all kinds of notifications that the high profit signal or the high profit automated feed is doing really well right now. So this is really nice. This just, we had a lot of volume at the end of last week. All these trades just kind of went, they pushed and they held. We held them over the weekend and now they closed last night. That's really nice. The only thing left is that USD JPY, and we were already looking at the chart where I was drawing about it. All right, so let's move on. Let's pause. That just looks great, right? The market made everybody feel a certain sort of way, and then last night, the majority except USD JPY took profit. There is some U.S. news coming tomorrow. We might glance at that if I think about it. But nonetheless, who knows how it's going to affect. I think here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking because Thursdays are the highest volatility day for USD JPY. I'm thinking we're going to hold this USD JPY until Thursday, and then there's going to be enough volatility for it to push it into profit. I could be wrong, but that's typically my experience. All right, next account, we get to look at this now. We're going to look at the high profit auto feed. This trades gold, US 30, NAS 100, SPX 500, and US oil. So stand by and I'll pull it up here. I believe we're in some trades right now. Yes, we are. We're holding on to two nicely profitable trades. However, I will show you today's history of this account. So it closed $806.48. And remember, these trades are sent out at a base level lot size. 3 trades at once. You can see the basket here. 3 trades at once, $1 spread out over 3. This one was an actual manual trade by me that I just forced into the system, and you got it in because there was no take profit, there was no stop loss. I'm sure people were like, "What the hell?" Trust me, I'm watching it, and I just got in. We made a quick $476 on that trade, and then US 30. We're in a basket of 3 right now. And this one just took profit, $156. So 806.48. And again, you can bid what you want. This is an auto feed that comes directly to your account. And we're in 2 additional US 30 trades right now. Remember these trades, because I'm going to show you these on a bigger account where I took a bigger lot size. This base lot size made $806.48. Don't forget that, because we're moving on to the next one. Let me go to the pause. Look at Terry showing his trades. Not just drawing lines on charts and saying, "Hey, I got in here." You can actually see my trades. Wow. That's pretty transparent, huh? You believe somebody's doing that? Fucking unbelievable. Let's see here. I am going to... Oh, this is the one. We did look at this last week. I have not looked at this. I don't know what's going on with it. This was my $3,000 to $100,000 challenge account that I was, and I'm not showing it yet, I get it, that I was sharing on YouTube. And then I was like, you know what, this is getting boring for you guys. Let's just pump the bid up. And then I had to force some losses last week. But I did that more for a training because I wanted to show you how to partially close. I wanted to show you how to close out some losses and reduce your margin level %, so on and so forth. So let me open that account, and then I'll share it with you on the screen here. I have not looked at this at all. Let's see what's going on here. Huh. Something doesn't look right. I think I finally forced... I'll show you where the account's at, because we're gonna start bidding normally on this and bring this account back up. But it's more for educational purposes. So remember, we had a $5,500 account last week. It's $1,832. And I expected that. Like this, we're not losing here. I did this for educational purposes. I jacked my bid up in 15x. 15 times what it should be. And it held in there for a while. Last night, I forced a loss here because I was like, you know what, let's get out of this, because I wanted to clean the account up. If you look for the week, I forced $2,382 in losses. Why? It's not my system. It's not what it was. Simply me bidding outrageous amounts, and I wanted to show you how to manage it. And here's what happens to survive. Now, if I just let it go and went, I hope the price comes back. I hope it comes back. It doesn't come back, and it blows your account out. And instead of having $1,832 left from 5,500 is what we had, you'll have 18 cents left. So that mitigation that I did saved, had forced some losses, but we'll go ahead and trade this back, and I'll start trading it normally, and I'll talk about what I'm doing, and it will fit into whether you're taking manual trades with signals or you're doing the auto trading. I will show you, and then we'll grow this thing back. We'll just grow it back. And if I want to make it as an example, I'll jack the bid up or something, or take a trade I probably shouldn't and show you how to mitigate it and how to manage your account, because that's the learning phase. Back to the pause. I think we're going to move on to that. Yeah, let's go look at this large account where I took those high profit auto trades, and I have not looked at this yet either. So we will see. Obviously, there's going to be some pretty impressive profits. Unless the entire thing blew itself out anyway. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Wow. Okay, I'll share this for you today. This is a large account taking my high profit auto trader you'll get to see the lot sizes. Taking those exact same trades I showed you earlier where we made $800 and some, and now today this one made $25,000, and it's going to make a lot more because there's two more US 30 buy trades in the pipeline that are both thousands. I think $4,000 or $5,000 in profit if I closed them out right now on this account. But I just let it play out. The signal could back, or the auto trader could back all the way out and get out at break even. And it often does on these additional trades. I have to do something real quick here. I'm going to pause, and I need to look at one of my own accounts that we normally would not look at because I'm trying to get out of a couple trades. Yeah, still not a good time to get out yet. All right, so let me look at my account list and see if we need to look at any others. Yes, one more to look at. What I'm going to show you here is this is a smaller account taking my auto trade, and yeah, this will give us a good example. So this was the $1,000 account. I'm up 26%. Let's look at how. I think that was what, the 6th of last month. So just over a month, we're up 26% in this account. So it's in a Euro USD that's in a little bit of profit. This entire account is $250 in drawdown with a 700% margin level. It's getting down there. But what I'm going to do, in fact, we'll just do it right now. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this Euro USD and just focus on USD JPY alone, just to get out of it. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to close it. I'm going to close that. And I'm in USD JPY. What I need to do is I need to go to the pause screen real quick because I want to go over to my copy system. So you'll have to bear with me. I'm going to go over to my copy system. And I'm going to tell it to only take USD JPY on that account. So stand by. And this is what you would do, right? Like, I mean, I closed that other. I'm just trying to. It's not that I helped the margin percent level that much, but I really don't want any more trades in that account. I'll let the USD JPY play out. So it's going to take me about another 45 seconds. And I'm in the wrong account. Okay, terrific. Well, it's going to take me about another 60 seconds. There we go. So I'm just telling my auto copy system to let me. You know what? I'm in the wrong account again. Okay, stand by. I'll get my stuff together here. It is going to be on this account. And essentially what I'm doing, like I said, here it is. I'm going to tell this thing to only trade one currency pair, which is what it's already in, USD JPY. Okay, we can come back here. A little bit of pause there while I actually manage my account. That didn't take me too long. Pull this up. Pull this up. So you can see we're in these USD JPYs. Now, we're in a lot more as far as the auto feed. We're in a lot more than these whatever 12 that are on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're in a lot more. We're in about 15 or 20, right? I didn't jump into this. This is a small account. I didn't jump into USD JPY until halfway through all of the trades that it's in. And all right, another notification on the high profit. I think it just took profit. We'll go back and look at that. See if we got profit on that second and or third. Yeah, it's going off. I don't know if you can hear that. On that second or third US 30. Let's see here. What do I want to talk about? So I'm not worried about this at all. Right? I'm not worried about this at all. Although it's pushing it. I was lulled into the sense that the market's been so good for the last couple months at least that I probably should not have been taking USD JPY on this account. However, I did program it to take the 5th USD JPY that comes out, and it ended up going 15, 20 deep. So in the future, I won't do that. We'll talk more about that because I think I'm going to have to end the live here and take care of some technical stuff. So let's go look. This $1,000 account has closed out $70 overnight. All those USD, AUD, USD trades closed. Yeah, looking good. Nice profit. Net profit. Net profit. I don't care that you see any red numbers over here. All that matters is this. Now, someone asked today in the group, why do you, and this is a mind virus, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. This is passed off from other people. They said, why do you look at margin level percent and not drawdown? Because drawdown don't mean shit. It's funny, you say that, and they're like, they have to ask why, right? Why means that you believe the bullshit you've been told. That's why, like, for example, I would never go out there and go, well, here's my MyFX book on my auto trade feed on a $10,000 account, and for the year it's making like 200% return on investment, and yet one day it went greatly into drawdown at 70% drawdown. They're like, oh, 70% drawdown. That's terrible. I wouldn't use that robot. I'm like, oh, so you want to be born 6'3", beautiful, right? Godlike man, but guess what? You're not, right? And the world isn't perfect. So the concept of watching what I tell you, like of course, right? I would much rather people not question me. Like if you haven't, even hell, I don't care if you've traded longer than me, that doesn't mean you don't have the mind virus. I will tell you right now, I've gotten rid of 99% of my mind viruses that everybody else gave to me. That drawdown means anything. It's painful. It's emotionally painful to go look at that drawdown. See, I'm in X drawdown. I don't give a shit what you're in. What's your margin level percent? That's all I want to know. I can tell you what the mathematical representation of that is. I don't care. I'm looking at that number. I don't care how it's derived. I can tell you how they mathematically are derived. I think it's balance divided by equity, equity divided by balance divided by 100 or something like that. Whatever. I'm pretty close on that. I'm going to go figure out that mathematics, which I've done in the past. Go ahead and do that. But I'm looking at margin level percent because that is the telltale sign. Drawdown doesn't tell you anything. Drawdown does not tell you if you've over leveraged. Drawdown doesn't tell you if you've overbid. It really doesn't. Like, I'll show you, I'm in $335,000 drawdown in an account, and the margin level percent's like 5,000. I don't give a shit about $335,000 of drawdown. It doesn't matter. I'm using my money to buy contracts for difference in the Forex market. It's my margin level percent. And whenever someone says, but why? But I don't get it. But why would I look at that? Even though I've told you to look at that and trade based off of that. But why? But why? What that means is you have a mind virus. Someone has made you feel like, and the emotional experience of drawdown, it's emotional. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't bother me anymore. So you'll hear me say that a lot. I think this is the last account. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. $70 for the day. I mean, that's on $1,000 account. Wow. What is that? 7%? Yeah. Let me take a look at the comments here. Mark says, good morning. Feeling much better with my one account that caused me some stress Friday. Yeah. I mean, you know, Mark knows this. Was it really your account that caused you stress, or you overbidding and overtrading? We know what that is. Derek says, good day for the high profit trades. Yeah, it's always a good day. It's always a good day. Always a good day. Derek had to type that 5 different times. Derek, are you drinking again? Monday morning, Derek is drinking. Unbelievable. I can't believe this guy. So that's it. We're just kind of watching USD JPY. I know what we didn't get to look at, and I need to add to my account list. Let me put this on pause. Let's go look at the hybrid beta test feed. Stand by. It is right here. I really haven't looked at it. And kind of an interesting thing. Let me share this with you. So this is the hybrid, the 10 pip hybrid beta 1 feed. You can see it here in the comments. So what we're doing, this took a Euro Chief trade last night, and which means the AI is trading group 3. If you want to know what group 3 is, you can see that inside of the Discord group, FX with Terry.com. Join the Discord group, get the free trades. Mark says, nope, not the account's fault. I know. So we're trading group 3. What's interesting, it's so funny. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna manipulate this a little bit. And Derek says, I'm driving a bus. Derek's driving a bus and drinking? What the hell? He's like, no, you shouldn't say that. I know, I'm joking. He's driving a bus and doing voice to text. Okay, Derek, do not text and drive. You just admitted that to the public. I'm calling somebody right now. All right. Here's what's interesting. I was like, you know what? 2 pairs, if you're trading the news this week, if the news worries you, and it probably shouldn't, and we'll talk more why I'm not as worried about the news, and I never really was that much anyway. Is because the news only seems to affect the really highly volatile pairs at any point, like the USD JPY, GBP JPY, maybe AUD USD. Derek says 25,000 in drawdown, but over 5,000% margin level. Yawn. I'm good. Right. Actually, it was $335 in drawdown, an account that I have, but it's like a 5,000% margin level. So anyway, in group 3, one of the pairs is NZD USD, I think it is. Yeah. So I took it out, so we weren't, in this particular sequence and cycle, so we weren't trading 2 NZD pairs, because group 3 is the only one that has 2 currency crosses, or basically 2 NZD pairs. So I took one of them out. That thing went into a trade last night, and took trade that the news was going to affect it because we had some USD news. Actually, not till tomorrow. That was my mistake. My mistake was thinking we had the USD news today. And so I took out the NZD USD. That was dumb because it went into a trade and went into profit. So we don't have it in the account here, and obviously no closed trades. And here is my point. People are looking at this beta feed going, I don't know, man, Euro Chief, I need some more trades. Well, that's your problem. You got to look at this over at least a 30-day period, if not a 98-day period. I'm going to say let's look at this over 12 months. The point is we're out of the market on a lot of other pairs right now, although there's no real volatility. Would you rather have been in this last Thursday and Friday instead of USD JPY? You would have. I mean that the volatility increased. It was just time to close those out, and we really aren't in that many more. We're really not entering any trades right now, certainly at no volume. So yeah, let this play out. There's 3 other pairs, total of 4 pairs in group 3. They'll trade. In fact, I put NZD USD back into that into group 3 in terms of actually trading it. So because I was like, all right, we missed that trade. So I believe that's it. I'm going to stop there. Appreciate you joining, guys. It's Monday. It's slow. We'll see what happens this week. I'm interested in getting out of, me personally, I'm interested in getting out of that USD JPY trade at break even. Once it goes to break even on my account, I'm probably just going to get out. Maybe a couple dollars profit. That's break even, right? Because I just want to get out of it and move on and really avoid getting into, moving forward, I'm just going to avoid USD JPY and GBP JPY until the 15th trade. That's just what I'm doing from now on, and it will prevent anything, any emotions from happening like it did last Thursday and Friday. Like, where's the thing going? Well, now it's going sideways. You saw that on the chart. So, all right, we'll stop there. Appreciate you joining me. I will see you tomorrow, Tuesday, March 12th, in the morning. We'll go over what has gone on. And you want some free trades, come on over to fxwithterry.com. Join the Discord group if you're in there. Engage. Show me your results. Tell me what's going on. If you want some help, let me know. I'm there to do it. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.